So we have March 9th, Clearwater Casino. Few tickets left. You can get the live stream. Look at all that at Coga.tv.
Young talent coming in. I think wrestling is the absolute base of MMA. That's what I tell my guys is it's the conduit. Wrestling connects your Muay Thai and your boxing or your striking to your jiu-jitsu. It's that middle ground that helps you determine where to take the fight, and you want to control where to take the fight. So wrestling is the best base, I think, to start. If I was a kid, if I was a parent and I had kids, I'd be doing wrestling and jiu-jitsu and not striking till they got older. But yeah, he's up there, and he's got a dominant team, and we're gonna see he has four guys on the card in March. He has Waters, your man crushed. Ed, I heard Ed call you that, your man crush.
He does. He makes fun of me because Andy Waters, Derek, Leighton, and Chance Paul are all my man crushes. But it's also from the first two events I called for you. The first one was Chance Paul and Andy, and how was that fight?
Which was right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So to be in my seat, I run my mouth about MMA and stuff. So then to be there for you calling this and seeing these two guys come in and put on this amazing fight, I will never not respect those guys for whatever they do throughout the careers. And then
he made a great first impression, right? Like that was your first impression. Then that was an amazing fight. Andy's incredibly fun to watch because as we've said, like he plays off the crowd like the WWE guys, not in an over-the-top way, but you can see him smiling and cheering on the crowd and feeling the juice, and just he's entertaining. He's fun. He's a great kid.
And then when I first started doing interviews for you, Chance was first, then Leighton, Andy, and Derek. So like to me, like those are my four horsemen of this, because they were the first ones I reached out to, and they were like, yeah, man, okay. And then after we started talking on this, like now when I see him at fights, it's respect and love and how are you and how's camp. And after our event, the last one we did, I was packing my stuff and Leighton walked up, come say hi to me, how you doing? And he told me his opponent backed out, and I said, good, he should be scared of you. I'd be scared of you. But it's the camaraderie I have with those four guys. So that's why Ed makes fun of me. And so I was telling him, yeah, I'm excited for our next card. Andy's fighting for a belt. Chance is making his pro debut. Chance's only loss is to Ed's guy, Jamal. That dude's now pro. I want to see those dudes do it again on a card someday.
I tried for that. I tried for that. They're gonna wait. That's not who you want to debut pro against, the guy that just beat you.
Yeah, and I get that, but down the road that could still happen. So that's why, like, yeah, I have no problem saying those four dudes are my man crushes, and I want to watch them fight all the time.
It's funny, man. So Cobo has his work cut out for him March 9th, and I have a lot of respect for him, man. He's got four guys on a 12 fight card. We got 12 fights.
One of them being his wife.
Right. That's what I was going to say. So he's leading off. We're leading off with Lucy Hoyt fighting Kimberly McCormick, who's affiliated with ATT Portland. And
we got Lucy a fight?
Wrong name. So I'm sorry. That was United Fight Team. Kimberly McCormick is United Fight Team up north, trains with Chris Garcia. Chris Garcia is a product of Charlie Pearson and C3, fought professionally for years, fought over in Japan, has an extensive pro career, ton of history. You know, Charlie Pearson's one of the trailblazers in MMA in the Pacific Northwest, one of the best people I know as a human being. Chris is the same, good human being, good guy. So he messaged me, Kimberly McCormick from the United Fight Team's coming out against Lucy Hoyt. We saw Lucy fight. She's incredibly entertaining, right? Very calculated and poised. Kimberly just fought on our buddy Landon's show, War, a couple of weeks ago, kickboxing. I expect that to be a great fight, you know. And then we have Tony Garcia from Ivan Salivary MMA fighting Asher Pellegrio from Diaz Combat Fitness in Vancouver, BC. That's kind of a rematch of the liver shot drop. So those two camps are developing a healthy rivalry, a friendly rivalry, a respectful rivalry, not a negative rivalry, but like, you know, Ivan Salivary versus DCS. That says it all right there. That's like, you know, it's like, you know, the Chiefs versus the Buffalo Bills. It's like a dog fight. It's going to be a good one. Eduardo Chavez, the Chavez brothers, Gracie Bada, Bang Muay Thai, Renton is fighting Kai Martin from Livewire. So I like those Chavez brothers, man. After talking to them, they're like they want the smoke.
Yeah.
Like they you know who they remind me of is Dex. Like Dex and Sharon are like guys that I relate to. They just want to fight. Like they want to fight, and these kids have it, and it's probably part of their DNA, and it's probably part of their coach and Dex that like they want the smoke. Like they want to put in the work, and they're ready. They're ready to run. They believe in their team. Albert and Belton and Dex and Dwayne Bang Ludwig. How can you not? And like those kids are seeing the big picture and ready to put in the work and win some amateur titles and work their way as a pro. You know, we're going to be talking about them for a while.
Nice.
The
Nice.
next generation. I'll just keep going down the fight card.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, go.
Um, so fight number 3, Cobal's up again with Kai and Eduardo. We just talked about that. And then I got to put a gap in there. I got to switch the order. Um, then it'll be failed backflip, Paul Paredes, Posner Pancration, failed backflip versus Austin Riley Wine from Zero Sum Martial Arts, who probably trains with the shaman, Tony. The first fight that fought Alex Fast. I can't, Liam Burke.
Liam Burke.
His coach is Tony Garcia from Zero Sum Martial Arts. Great gym. Him and his wife up there run it. Super people. So that's going to be a good fight. I have that twice. That's what's going on. I didn't alter my fight card. And then Joanna Coble, your Matt's wife. So
Yep.
Matt's like, whew, that's got to be stressful. I've had my daughter fight in the cage one time, and you're confident, like I'm confident, but then when it's in there and that's your wife or your daughter, it's kind of gut wrenching, honestly. Like it's gut wrenching. It's just that's the person that you love getting punched in the face. So I don't envy Matt. In fact, I have a ton of respect for Matt for doing that, and his wife Joanna, because like when you're a coach and a leader at the gym, like when Matt took the Legends fight against Dex, like that's just more pressure, right? To win and to perform, and you're a leader, and these kids are following you, and then now you have to go out there and show them this is how you do it, and then you know there's somebody across from you trying to stop you the whole time.
Who's she fighting?
She is fighting. That's what I was trying to say. Amber Ortiz. She's affiliated with ATT Portland, and her husband has a gym. It's a 10th Planet gym. I don't know exactly where or which one in Portland, but she cross trains with American Top Team Portland a little bit, and probably mostly with her husband at 10th Planet. But I was referred to her by my good friend Brandon, who manages ATT Portland, and he gave me the name and said it should be a good fight. I think she's a purple belt, and I think Joanna's a blue belt. I don't have their records in front of me, but they both have less than
That's
4 fights.
Gonna be a hell of a fight.
Pretty even on paper, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Andy Waters is fighting a guy named Jake Hickey from Grit MMA down in Oregon. Jake Hickey is a product of Carson Fry. I hope I say his name right. I'm never sure how to say it, Frey or Fry, but Carson is on the verge of making it to the big show, UFC or Bellator. He's got 10 fights and he's like at an 80% winning record. He's like 8-2 or something like that. I don't know. I don't have it in front of me. But he's on the cusp of making it. He's really good striker. Like Carson mixes up his striking and his grappling a lot like Sean Kalinowski did. Like he puts it together really nice and sets up his striking and or his grappling with one or the other, right? He's good striking to a takedown, good takedown to his jiu-jitsu. Everything just kind of flows nice. And his fighters, Jake Hickey, and he had another one, Joey Walker, that I wanted to have Nicasio fight just like him. They fight good. Like Andy's in deep. Like I didn't get Andy an easy fight.
Good.
I didn't get him an easy fight to like win at home. And to Matt's credit, like, you know, like you want Wendy, he's building the brand in the backyard in Silver Reef. And that's always like part of the business and sometimes part of the conversation and the thought process. But like Matt is like me. I've thrown Nicasio in deep water every time, and you know, you got to grow as an amateur and challenge them, but still teach them how to win, not throw them in so deep that they forget how to win. We kind of had that conversation about Leighton, like I threw Leighton in deep, but Andy Waters is in deep. Like, it's gonna be a good fight.
It's gonna be a
I'm
good
glad
fight,
it's a
and
five
it's gonna
round
be a
fight
good.
because it's gonna need to be 5 rounds to determine the winner. I think it's very evenly matched. I think these are the two best, probably 145-pound amateurs. If you're not throwing Nicasio in that mix because he holds a belt at 145, and Nicasio's a 145er. I just been fighting him up at the amateur level to get him best fights, but um,
This is gonna be a big
smoking
test for Andy.
Waters, Hickey is going to be a banger, and the crowd's going to be behind Andy, as you know. And I'm excited. It's a coin toss. Like, I have no idea. Um, I wouldn't know who to bet on. You know, I respect both of the coaches and their teams. And, you know, I'd say Livewire has a bigger team. I'd say Andy has more bodies to work with probably than Jake. Um, you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
probably better practice partners, but I don't know that for certain. But from what I see on Instagram and who like Carson gives me his names, and like Joey Walker would be a good training partner for Jake. And I don't know how much they're training. I don't know. Joey was hurt. But that's going to be a smoker title fight and one worthy of a belt. And I'm proud to put a belt around one of those. I'll be proud to put a belt around one of those guys' waists for sure. And then we're jumping into the pros. Um, We have Jordan Mackin and Christian Garcia, and that's a rematch. They just feel like it was a fluke that he got caught. You know, I'll just leave my. I think I don't know that the outcome would be. It might go longer, but I would lean towards Jordan's experience. I don't want. I'm respectful of Christian and Ivan and those guys, but I think Jordan has a lot of fights, and I think they kind of just picked that on emotion. Like, I want
Yeah,
that back, and
that could be. Yeah, and I mean, and if it goes the same way, it goes the same way. But Jordan is not a dude you want to fuck around with. Like he comes in to get business done, and then he's back on a plane and back on the ranch. So could get
yeah,
interesting. That's a good
yeah.
match,
You
though.
know what? Like, I talked to Ivan last night via text for in a while. Ivan's been coaching his son, and congratulations to his son, Ivan Jr., who's a Bellevue High School, I think 3A state champion. He dedicated this season, the wrestling season, to his son. I think he placed last year like eighth, and he won this year. That's an incredible feat in itself because being at Bellevue High School, it's not a wrestling country. It's not like Cedro Woolley. It's the
Yeah.
opposite. There's not a lot of support. There's no support there. So
So to come
I,
out of there and be a badass is a
yeah,
good.
to come out of there and not have training partners and to build a program from nothing, literally nothing, and have a state champ and have a bunch of kids go to regionals. Like, I want to give Ivan and uh, Pepe Lucho Hernandez. What's his first name? Why I can't think of it. He fought
Oh,
Joey. No, it's not
Jose.
Joey. Jose, yeah, it is Joey, but in the Spanish
Yeah, in
version.
Spanish for Jose.
Jose, yeah, man, they dedicated this last 3 months and they did well. So congratulations to them. Congratulations to Ivan Jr. The point I was trying to make is like Ivan's a dog and he thinks like F that. Like, I don't care. We're going in to win that fight, that it was a fluke. And I'm sure they 100% believe um, that it's going to be a different outcome. So, you know, that's going to be a smoker too. I don't think it'll be a quick, I think it's going to go a while. You know,
What's
it's going
and
to be a much better, longer fight. So,
maybe Jordan
yeah,
might come in and do the same thing. You never know.
could you could? I don't think so. I think it'll go into the second or the third round.
Okay. What's after that?
Mike Maniac, Mike LeBlanc. He's going to come out and give us a show on an awesome walkout against a rematch. No, that's the main event. This isn't a rematch. I'm sorry. Against Alidri Bracy. I saw him fight on a King of the Cage show, and Chinook wins. Entertaining kid. Um, they're going to come out swinging. They like to bang. They both like to stand and throw. And It's probably going to be a kickboxing match with an occasional takedown here or there with MMA gloves on.
Actually, Mike just got named the head coach at his what is it, Bang Muay Thai? Where's he train?
I think he's affiliated with Bang Muay Thai Renton or down south, and
I think he just put on his Instagram this morning that he just got named their new head coach down there for kickboxing and stuff.
yeah, all those guys kind of run together. The Fight Quest guys, and then the Bang Muay Thai Renton, and they all kind of cross mode pollinate a little bit. So I'm not sure, but Mike's good. He's a good guy, and
What's the next fight?
Chance Farrar Paul versus a kid named Daniel Abdenauer who was going to fight um Andy Waters a couple shows back, but he got in a car accident and he had to stop training, and then he's turned pro since then. So that's kind of a big jump to go from wanting to fight Andy Waters amateur belt 3 months ago and then go pro. And he had like a 2-2 amateur record. So he's making a big jump, and that should be interesting because Chance is a big he's a big 45 pounder, 55 pounder, and he's got a lot of range, right? He's
Yep.
big, he looks to be bigger. He looks to be bigger than
Are they both making their pro debuts here?
yes.
Nice. Yeah. I
Yeah.
like I said, Chance's only losses to Ed's guy. And then when he lost that, he went, I can't remember where he went and fought, but he took 2 fights somewhere else, won both of those, and went pro. And when I texted with him after, because I watched the fight on YouTube and told him, yo, congratulations, like, here we go. And then when he was pro and when he said his first pro fight was with us, I texted him, I was like, goddamn right it is. And he was just like, thanks, man. I'm so excited for this. Like, here we go. And so now it's just like, hey, fight gods, everyone be healthy. Let's get there.
Yeah. Yeah. So going down the list, we got Dakota Benson making his pro debut, trains with his older brother Patrick Benson, who's a journeyman pro, is probably like a 500 record. He's 6-4, 4-6, or 5-4, right around there. Patrick's tough, striker, grappler. He fought on the Tulalip show last year, and then called out Dex for the title after Dex won the BMF or the Legends fight against Coble. We never put that together. And so he's got a big brother. He's trying to live up to his big brother's expectations. Dakota is live up to Patrick's expectations. Patrick's kind of managing them and coaching them. And I think they're down there with Bang Muay Thai, Renton also, and a little bit probably at Fight Quest MMA down in Auburn with Ron and James. All those guys, those Tacoma kind of South End Renton Tacoma boys. They kind of cross pollinate a little bit. I'm always getting gym names like Bang, Muay Thai, Renton, Seattle, Jiu Jitsu, Gracie. Blah, blah, blah. Like I got to make the font smaller just to fit it all in the box. So they're cross training. Dakota's a grappler, good base, probably grappling first. He's long and lanky. He fought Sean Kalinowski on Fight Quest. You can find it. And I think he got knee barred by Sean or subbed, but it was the same. He fights kind of like Sean, scrappy and tough, and he transitions his striking to grappling well. He does
Nice.
that well.
Nice.
And then the main event is a rematch. Jay White from ATT Portland beat Mike McCauley from West Coast Fight Team in Bellingham. They fought as amateurs. I tried to find it. I couldn't find it anywhere, but that's a rematch. Jay White is 1-1 or 0-1 as a pro. Mike McCauley is making his pro debut, but has like 13 amateur fights. So he's a seasoned pro amateur. He's had a lot of fights. He's not have 3 or 4 amateur fights and come into pro. He's got over 10 fights, and they're mostly all wins. He's tough. If you look at him, he's long and lanky and rangy, and he's kind of built like a Jones Bones at 170. He's very tall for his weight class. I think he's like 6. I think he's like 6'3". He's tall.
That is big.
Feel like a basketball player.
Nice.
So if he uses that range, it's going to be tough. I'm trying to get one more fight. And things are good, man. Go online to Coga.tv, get your tickets for Rumble on the Reef 3, March 9th. You can buy them there, or you can go to Ticketmaster, or you can go directly to the silverreefcasino.com. If you want to buy the stream, go to millions.co/Koga, or go to Koga.tv and click buy the stream. People are still buying the stream. You won't be sorry. It's a well spent 1999. You'll
Yes.
be entertained.
Once again, the show is presented by Combat Games MMA.